Yo, welcome everyone. The trap on Bitcoin is now finally set because most people will ignore a brand new liquidation cluster at approximately 86,300 US dollar area. Let me show you why, because only a couple of hours ago, Bitcoin was able to see another push towards the upside, forming not only a higher low, but also a higher high. Market structure on the 1 hour time frame for now definitely remains bullish, but additionally, zooming out on the daily time frame, clearly Bitcoin has already taken the liquidity exactly above the specific high at approximately 95,000 US dollars. So a very important level in terms of liquidity has already been hit. And usually what we say, liquidity level and also the liquidation levels act as a magnet for the price itself. And now on the weekly time frame, clearly, bigger liquidations on Bitcoin are not above our recent highs, but actually below the recent lows. However, in the next couple of hours, ideally, I would still like to see another push towards the upside. Ideally, we take out this specific high, and only then we potentially do see a bigger rejection towards downside. And let me share with you why potentially another push up is still quite likely before Bitcoin might even liquidate millions from the entire cryptocurrency market at approximately 86,300 US dollars. Now, of course, if you do follow me on Twitter, you definitely have some advantages because 1 hour ago I posted a very important chart where I said market structure remains bullish, and additionally we are forming a hidden bullish divergence on the RSI indicator on the 2 hour time frame. That means lower lows on the RSI, higher lows on the Bitcoin chart itself, which definitely means continuation of the trend and is going to be, locally speaking, a bullish Bitcoin indication. And that right now also aligns very nicely with our liquidations, but not our liquidations on the 1 week time frame. We do need to zoom in a little bit on the 3-day time frame, where yes, it does look like bigger liquidations are coming in on Bitcoin at approximately 95,800 US dollar area. So not only right now, if we do see another push towards the upside, Bitcoin is going to take the liquidity above the recent high. Not only people are going to get liquidated because at this specific level, as you can see right here, 66.9 million of short positions are going to get squeezed, but also remember our main very important price target we have been talking about for the past couple of days, going right now with our weekly level and also with our golden Fibonacci ratio. Both of those levels as of right now still have not been hit. That is why ideally I would still like to see another push towards the upside, taking out our recent high right here, because also we are forming a hidden bullish divergence, and only then do see a bigger retracement, a bigger push towards downside on Bitcoin to liquidate even more people when we are zooming out on the weekly time frame. But maybe right now you're going to ask me, bro, why are you already holding a short position on Bitcoin from approximately 94,600 US dollars? And I would say like that, because already the first level has been hit, that being said, the liquidity level has right now already been reached, I would really like to be positioned already in a short position in a case another push towards the upside is not going to happen. Of course, unfortunately, I do not know if we go up, if we go down. The only thing that I do know is that at those specific levels where we are trading as of right now, I am not interested to fire another long position. I am only paying myself off my long position and going with another short position, potentially expecting lower targets in the next couple of days. And that is why we really need to talk about the major liquidation cluster at 96,300 US dollars. But before we do so, smash up the like button because 1,000 likes are definitely imminent, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you why this specific area is the level you should really not ignore. If you paid attention to my yesterday's video, you definitely know what area we have been paying attention to, and of course, when you measure the entire bottom price action with volume, you're clearly going to see the value area high on Bitcoin is coming in at approximately the recent highs at 88,500 US dollars. Not only the volume level is right here, simply looking at the price action itself. Our previous highs on Bitcoin were acting as some kind of an area of resistance, and because broken towards the upside, it is right now simply going to be an area of support, once again at approximately 87,000 US dollar area. And that is why this specific zone of support is coming in not exactly, but definitely very, very close towards a major liquidation cluster at 86,300 US dollars once we are going to start taking the recent lows right here. That being said, exactly this specific low, which is also acting as some kind of liquidity level for the Bitcoin chart itself. That is why I am telling to you, ideally, I would like to see a bigger rejection of Bitcoin. That is why I am holding a short position already. I do not know if, first of all, we do see a push up and then a push down. That is, in my opinion, going to be an ideal scenario. But of course, I do not guess. Because we are at the area of resistance, I am simply more interested firing a short position with a very simple and a clear invalidation level above the area of resistance. If the area of resistance breaks, happy days for Bitcoin. We are looking for higher, and of course, we are going to be printing even more with all of our opened long positions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ondo, XRP, with all of the buying positions we have right now opened pretty much on the entire crypto market. But let me right now also do share with you another very important level you should not ignore, and additionally, we are then going to go directly into the Bitcoin semi-futures chart, which is also maybe hinting that Bitcoin might see another push up first before a bigger rejection. Now, let's go right now on the 1 hour time frame, because definitely for the past couple of days, Bitcoin has been trading in a very nicely respected S&E channel. The bottom of the channel is coming in at approximately 93,000 US dollar area. And of course, if you paid attention to my tweet right here, you also know the bottom of the channel is coming in exactly at the golden Fibonacci ratio at the 93,000 US dollar area. So all we have to do, Fibonacci retracement from our swing low back towards the swing high, golden pocket approximately at the bottom of our channel. But we can also go one step further. Let's go with the exponential moving averages on the 2 hour time frame, because it really does look like 50 EMA on the 2 hour time frame coming in exactly at this specific area. And additionally, we can also identify two more levels slightly lower than the golden Fibonacci ratio. The first level is going to be the liquidity level below the recent low. Now, of course, I do know it's not aligning perfectly with the golden pocket, but nevertheless, this level right here is more of a zone of support. And additionally, we can be measuring the entire upper price action with the volume, where also you can see value area low or the last volume support level coming in exactly at the liquidity level. So I would say like that. If in the next couple of hours we continue lower, I would be expecting some kind of a bounce approximately at the zone of 93,000 US dollars. Then of course we are going to see if Bitcoin is going to continue higher, if we are going to be able to see a reaction right here and make another higher high in the next couple of hours. And why ideally I would like to see a bounce at this specific area, simply because also of the CME future chart. This specific chart closed at approximately 96,000 US dollars, which right now means we are most probably going to form in the next couple of hours quite a significant CME gap. So if we right now go lower, potentially of course the CME gap can start approximately at this specific area, and also it is going to extend towards 96,000 US dollars. So it is going to mean there is going to be a 90% chance we do see a push toward the upside sooner rather than later. And the CME gap aligns very nicely with the bullish hidden divergence right here on the RSI, and also with the local liquidation cluster on the 3-day time frame. And additionally, of course, we are going to hit our major resistance area with the golden Fibonacci ratio and the weekly. So again, the ideal scenario is going to be Bitcoin seeing another push up, taking out the recent high, and only then potentially do see a bigger rejection where, of course, we are going to be making some crazy gains focus on our short or resell position on the Bitcoin chart itself. And that is why if you want to trade with us and if you want to get a free $8,000 bonus without KYC and without VPN, click the second link down below in the description, because you're going to get 10 USDT only on a sign up and then deposit on your account, because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. The more you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get, but unfortunately this specific campaign is only valid for the next 3 days by the end of April. So take advantage of the free bonuses while you still can. With the second link down below, you're going to get 10 USDT completely for free and a 20% deposit bonus after you deposit on your account. And then simply we can be looking for another trade on the Bitcoin chart itself. Now, maybe you're also asking yourself, what if our plan is going to fail? Because once again, I do not know if we go up, if we go down, but I definitely do know at what levels I am paying myself, at what levels we are taking another trade. So what we can right now say, if this specific support area is going to fail and we are simply going to continue lower, yes, I would then say a bearish indication of Bitcoin is going to be losing this specific low at approximately $91,600. And why so? Because bullish market structure in that case is also going to be broken, which is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. We have been having higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and breaking this specific low towards downside, it is then also going to mean another lower low is going to be formed on Bitcoin. Bearish indication, bearish market structure. If we do see a bounce, a lower high can be expected, and then simply continuation of the trend towards downside, literally directly towards our major weekly liquidations cluster at approximately $86,300 area. Now, that is why if you're looking for brand new trades at this specific level right here, I would potentially look for another long position at the area of support, clear invalidation level below the support area in case it's getting broken towards downside. But nevertheless, we are still in an uptrend, and also actually I tweeted right here, the trend is up, fight it at your own risk for now, because yes, ideally, once again, I would still like to see another push up where I am going to be adding even more to my short position. If we are dumping already without a bounce, of course, I am already positioned well, but nevertheless, with this specific trade, I do have quite a wide stop loss in a case we are actually right now going to take the liquidity above the recent high. Now, additionally, what has been happening on XRP? A lot of people are asking me, bro, what you think can happen with XRP in the next couple of days? Because on the daily time frame, unfortunately, XRP or Ripple is simply not able to break this major diagonal area of resistance towards the upside. However, the reality is, the more time we spend at the area of resistance, the higher the likelihood of a successful breakout towards the upside. However, even if we are going to see a breakout right here, I am not going to rush into another long position. I am actually going to be shorting XRP. Yes, I am holding a long position on XRP from approximately $1.77, which means that yes, I have literally been longing exactly from the low. But because right now we are trading at the area of resistance, and even if we do see right now a breakout towards the upside, I would definitely say it can turn into a fake out because of the Bitcoin chart itself. Because remember, if Bitcoin does see a bigger rejection towards downside, most probably the entire crypto market is going to follow, including XRP. So all we can see right here is then going to be another push towards the upside, a fake out. Maybe even we take out some previous highs right here for liquidity purposes, and then do see a rejection literally straight towards downside. That is why you should be more careful buying XRP at this specific area and be more interested into selling, because the area of resistance is right now getting hit. Yes, even though we might be expecting some kind of a push towards the upside, I would still be more interested to fire another short position, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also on XRP, maybe even on Ethereum in the next couple of days, especially if Ethereum is going to hit the daily high-term time frame area of resistance. So the plan right now is very clear. We are pushing towards the upside on Bitcoin. I am prepared right now literally for both directions, for more upside and also for more downside. However, I do know that locally speaking, we could still be expecting another push towards the upside. But then zooming out a little bit, on the weekly time frame, we have a lot of liquidations at approximately approximately $86,300, which means that this specific level is acting as a magnet right now for the Bitcoin chart itself. That is why, if you want to trade with us and get a free $8,000 bonus without KYC and without VPN, click the second link down below, because you're going to get 10 USDT completely for free, and additionally deposit on your account because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.